All right, so next team to pick is our boy David, Dawgs 31.
Resio, David
Horrible.
Resio. Absolute animal.
Sad.
Terrible name.
He could do better.
He could definitely do better. What is What about his brother, Gal Man, on Wednesdays?
He told me the story.
Fuck the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck the story and what. Just change the name.
Should we? I mean, I don't even know if we should allow these fucking young kids in the league anymore. You know,
well,
we have to put up with this kind of bullshit.
Put up with this kind of nonsense.
Names like Dawgs 31.
They're the
Dawgs
guys
spelled Dawgs.
Dog, you my dog. You my dog. Yeah. And they should just call themselves Danny Kid 1, Danny Kid 2. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's it.
Right. Or
And
JO1 and JO2.
Oh, JO1 and 2. Yeah, that's my brother has me and Frank in his phone. JO1, JO2. That's literally how we are on his phone.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, so David, while you eat your peanut butter stuffed pretzels, I'll talk about David.
I may mumble slightly through.
So
this.
David didn't have the balls to do what I was praying he didn't do, which is take Zeke Elliott, knowing he's going to sign. Thank you for that, David, because I was so fucking hoping to get Zeke in this league. This is where I want him.
This is the one. This is the one.
So he goes in his room, grabs the Kamara jersey, and I'm like, thank you, fucking Lord. Then I see his brother grab the McCaffrey jersey. Thank you. So he takes Kamara. Obviously, great pick as far as he's going to be a good player. But Zeke signed, he's probably biting his fucking, whatever. So coming back around, he takes Joe Mixon. Now, I haven't seen Joe Mixon fall to the end of the second ever. Yep. So you have to take him. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. His ADP is early second, mid-second at the latest. So Joe Mixon, the end of the first, I like that pick a lot.
End of the second.
Right? End of the second round.
And then look at
Then he comes around.
We haven't seen Damian Williams falling.
At the moment, that was a great pick. The hindsight is 2020, and McCoy signs there, gets $3 million, $4 million in incentives, $1 million extra incentives, goes back to Andy Reid. So now the Damian Williams pick is one of those. Oh fuck! I wish I took Fournette. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's hindsight.
But
we're not going to beat you up on it. But at this moment, there's news.
We know assholes that took him at the fucking wraparound on the first pick.
Yeah.
The first second.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least.
Yeah, Chewbacca did that.
Right. So at least he gets them.
Yeah, no, he took
him.
He took him in a smart spot, and ADP wise, he was going ahead of Fournette and Freeman, Jacobs, and all those guys. So listen, he took him, and it's unfortunate that if Cruz would have taken him there and saved you this, it would have been great for you, but it didn't work out. So you took Damian Williams. We'll see what happens. He's still technically the starter, supposedly. We'll see.
It was the
right pick.
The pick was fine there.
It was a good pick. It was just unfortunate bad news that what happened. So coming back around, he takes Chris Godwin. And then wraps around with Tyler Lockett.
Nailed it.
I like the two picks. I do. Would I have taken Galladay over Godwin, being that he's the number one on his team, but it's a less pass-happy offense. Bruce Arians isn't there. I like the Chris Godwin. It's a grab your balls upside pick.
Oh, of course.
The guy's getting tons of hype. He's going in the fourth. You got him almost with the last pick of the fourth. Lockett was a steal in the fifth. Luckily for you, your boy took Rodgers for some unbeknownst reason, and you were able to take Tyler Lockett. I think it's a great pick. That's the guy. I mean, after him, it's Cooper Kupp, it's T.Y. Hill, it's Jeffrey. A lot of question marks. A lot of company for all those guys. No company for him. He's all alone, Metcalf. And he's number one. So I love that pick. You like that pick? So far, he's done pretty good.
Off to a great start.
Unfortunate luck with Damian Williams, but great.
Right. But the picks themselves have been solid. Absolutely.
Coming back around the sixth round, he takes Vance McDonald. And earlier, O.J. Howard had gone. Hunter Henry had gone. And now he's up, and he takes Vance McDonald. I like the pick. It was either him or Jared Cook. Those are the two last viable guys. So you took Vance McDonald. You like the pick? Over Jared Cook, splitting hairs? Or?
Yeah, splitting hairs.
Okay.
As far as like you just mentioned it, for me there's kind of this tier, and those are the last two guys that are in that tier.
Okay.
And so yeah.
So coming back around, it's the seventh round. He takes Darwin Thompson. Now listen, is he going to be there late eighth? He's got Damian Williams. I think he just said, you know what, I want this guy, and I'll be sick if somebody takes him. And he was hyped up a lot. McCoy hadn't been traded there yet. So I don't mind the pick. I think it's, you want to make sure you have him and Damian. You don't want to be that guy that had Spencer Ware without Kareem Hunt that year.
Absolutely.
All right, so like the
pick, at this point, McCoy news hasn't broken.
McCoy.
So you're thinking, I got Damian Williams. If Damian Williams goes down, I've got the running back that steps into that role.
100%. And could be a league winner like Kareem Hunt was that year.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So the seventh round, he got aggressive. He took what could he have done? There was really nobody at running back except Lat Murray. So I like the pick. He's coming back around. He takes Robbie Anderson. I love Robbie Anderson in the eighth round. Number one on his team. Sam Darnold should take another step. They had a big chemistry going in the second half. Like the pick. You like the pick?
I love it.
Coming back around, this is his boy. He said he was going to take him. He kept his word. Lamar Jackson. That's his boy. The guy went to some school around here. I think he went to, did he go to Boynton or did he go to Park Vista or something?
Boynton Boys Penitentiary or wherever
Well,
David
he's going to
went.
wind up in a penitentiary, but hopefully not this year for you.
He was playing in the Boynton Penal League.
Oh, man, that's good stuff. Major leagues, if you're not paying attention. So anyway, Lamar Jackson, who was left at quarterback? Kyler Murray. That's about it. Russell Wilson, who he winds up with in the next pick. So I'm kind of interested in that. Lamar Jackson, and you wrap around with Russell Wilson. There's still a lot of quarterbacks left. Jared Goff is still left. Kyler Murray is still left. There's quite a bit. Big Ben. Why did he need to do that? Was he not confident in Lamar Jackson, or he's just worried that he can get hurt because he runs a lot?
I actually like it.
You like it? Just
Yeah,
give
I
him
like it.
security?
Because there's so much unknown, and right. Lamar Jackson, right. You've been making comments that, look, the NFL, when they have time to adjust to a player, we've seen it.
Yes.
So we've seen guys come in halfway through a season or something. Nobody's had time to plan for them. Nobody's come up with that game plan to, how you stop them. And then sometimes we do see that the NFL figures you out. And next thing you know, you're RG3 and
true.
defense has figured you out. They're frustrating you and they're knocking the living shit out of you is what it comes down to. And Lamar Jackson he's not Cam.
No,
he's not some big guy. So
he's not big and he doesn't have an arm. So
why not at that point?
Take Russell Wilson. He's 10th round. I like it.
You got you solidified it. Now I don't like Russell Wilson over Goff.
Yeah,
I think Goff is the better pick if you wanted to solidify your quarterback there. But
if you're gonna take a risky guy, then take. I guess Russell Wilson's not. He's pretty much money in the bank. He's done it for 4 or 5 years straight now. It's all right. So we won't crucify you there. You took a guy to back up Lamar. And coming back around to Deshaun Jackson, I don't know if I'll ever understand why people take this guy. I don't get Deshaun Jackson. I just don't get him. Now he's being reunited in Philly, but there's so many mouths to feed in Philadelphia. There's Jeffrey is the number 1 option. I'm sorry, Zach Ertz is the number 1 option. Jeffrey's the number 2 option. Then you could say you got Goddard, Aguilar, and Djax. Plus you got Miles Sanders and different people coming out of the backfield like Sproles. So for me, I don't want anything to do with that. If I'm not getting Jeffrey or Ertz, I'm not messing with those receiving core.
Deshaun Jackson is the wide receiver equivalent of Tariq Cohen, I think is what it comes down to. So, but here's the thing. He's his 4th wide receiver. So what you're hoping for is that on that bye week where maybe you have to start him is the week where he has a big game. Yeah. But I think it's going to be similar. I think, you're going to have weeks this week where Deshaun Jackson is just, he's going to do nothing. And then all of a sudden, he's going to have 140 and a touchdown or 2 because he just happened to have that big game, caught the 70-yard ball.
I like him in a big play league. I like him in a best ball league. I don't really like him in this format when you have guys like DK Metcalf, Allison, Sutton. Those are guys that...
Allison for me is the pick.
Allison would have been probably the pick where Aaron Rodgers throwing to him and he's only competing with 2 other guys rather than with 5 other guys, whatever it is.
At least you have a chance of having the number 2 if you take Allison.
Yes.
I mean, there's no chance that Deshaun Jackson's like 100%. The number 2 target in that offense. There's just too many mouths to feed.
So he's coming back around. He decides he wants to go running back, and he winds up going Giovanni Bernard, who just got
signed.
He just got signed to a 2-year extension. He's they were thinking maybe they get rid of him, and they had a rookie, but he's not panning out. So he's the pass catcher on a bad team who should catch a lot of balls. I don't mind the pick. Jalen Richard won 2 picks later. I like Bernard more than Richard. So, and then he takes Hamilton, rookie receiver for Denver.
Second year.
Is the second year? Yeah. So he's competing with Sutton and Emmanuel Sanders and Noah Fant on a team that's going to probably try to run and play defense as much as they can. But Flacco's got the big arm. Once again, another kind of Hail Mary receiver. I'm not really sure what he's going to provide as far as consistency. But
listen,
number 5, right?
He outplayed Sutton last year. I mean, he clearly outplayed and was. But when Sanders went down last year, Deshaun Hamilton clearly outplayed and was a better wide receiver than Cortland Sutton. So we'll see. I mean, Cortland Sutton has more of that draft pedigree, and I think that's why people are still gravitating towards him this year and kind of giving him another shot. But absolutely, supposedly this kid played very well. So
he's got 4 receivers already. I'm not liking this pick even after hearing that. But it makes more sense as far as if you liked it. But listen,
At this point, you back up
you
your
only
tight
got
end.
one. You
I'd
only got
back up
one
my
tight end.
at
Right?
this
You got one
point,
tight end.
yeah.
You got Olsen, Jimmy Graham, Jordan Reed, and you got Waller. For
Yep.
me, the pick is either Greg Olsen or Waller. If you want to believe in Jimmy Graham's resurrection, but I think that's risky. But you already have a tight end. I think you could have taken a chance there with an upside tight end. So anyway, don't like that pick. Coming back around, you took it's the 14th round. The end of the 14th, took a kicker. No problem. You got to take a kicker in one of the next 3 rounds, and your defense. So you take Robbie Gould, whatever. Coming back around, Ito Smith. Listen, it's round 15. Whatever. If he's the backup to Freeman gets hurt a lot. Starting to wear down a little bit. There's really not much. Do you see anybody else? Frank
Crowder.
Huh?
Crowder. Just because
Jameson Crowder, he's already got-
if Deshaun Hamilton is a complete bust, we know Deshaun Jackson doesn't add much stability. I mean, I guess I would have said, let me grab one more PPR wide receiver
Okay.
there. But
you can't really kill the pick too much, right? Malcolm Brown was
at this
there.
point,
All right, and then he finishes off with the Dallas Cowboys defense, second to last pick of the draft. So that's the Dogs. Please change your name, and please good luck with Damian Williams. We're praying for you, and thank you for not taking Zeke.
we really feel for you.